Most people think getting ahead is hard, but it's actually pretty easy. And in this video, I will show you how. Let me share one simple principle with you. Once you understand this, you will immediately see how to get ahead of almost everyone around you. And that is, choose to do what most people avoid to do, or choose not to do what most people habitually do. Let me explain. Most people eat junk food, watch way too much TV, and rarely make time to learn new things. If you simply do the opposite, eat healthy, cut back on TV, make time to learn something new, boom, you are already ahead around 70% of people. And I know that sounds very obvious, but this principle is very powerful because think about it. Do successful people do what most people do? No. Do they consistently do what most people won't do? Absolutely. Now you may be thinking that, but successful people work so hard, they are so disciplined, they probably have no fun at all, and I'm not at that level yet. No worries, and that is exactly why in this video, after explaining this principle, I'm also going to give you 3 simple things that you can start doing right now. These are the things that most people don't do, but they are pretty easy. And if you stick with them, they can make you 80 or even 90% better than everyone else around you. Most people will tell you, read more books, learn more, study more. It sounds pretty straightforward, right? If you read more, you will know more than everyone else. So you take this advice to heart. You try to squeeze self-development into every single minute in your day. You listen to podcasts and audiobooks while you commute or you drive. You read during lunch, after work, or even take class on your weekends. And then, what happened? You are exhausted. But even after all that effort, you're still not seeing the change or transformation that you want in your life. And that's also the problem that most people have. The problem isn't how you read. And there is nothing wrong with you. And it's definitely not because you are not reading enough. Honestly, I'm not one of the self-development YouTubers that have read 300 books. I've probably read less than 100 books, but my life has never been this good since I started this self-development journey. Even if I didn't read hundreds of books, listen to hundreds of podcasts, or watch thousands of videos, but the difference is I applied what I have learned, and that's made all the difference. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all the advice that are telling you to read more books, learn more, watch more YouTube videos, take more course, listen up. You have to stop. You have to stop cramming all of the information in your head. You just have to do one simple thing, and I promise you, your life will change. With every book, every podcast you read or listen, just pick one idea to apply. Try it out in your life, and that's it. You really don't need a ton of new ideas to make a huge difference in your life. Because imagine this for a second. Let's say you have a serious problem of procrastinations. Then you watch a YouTube videos that teach you about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rules, which means when you catch yourself, you start to procrastinate, you need to count from 5 to 1, and then you have to start doing the things that you've been procrastinating on. Every time you feel like you're putting things off, you use that rule for the next 30 days consistently, and suddenly you're not procrastinating anymore. You finish things on time. Your boss notices that your clients love working with you because you finish things on time, you submit things on time, and because of that, maybe you even have a chance to get promoted. Just one tiny things doing consistently can completely change the results, can completely change your life. And here's the truth, most people never do this. Most people just feel smart by reading all those books but never apply it. Why do I know about that? Because whenever I ask someone what they have learned from the last book that they've read, they will say, "Oh, it was inspiring, I love it." But they can't name a single thing they actually start doing differently in their life. So if you just pick one idea and try it out for the next 30 days, you're already way ahead of most people. This point might sting a little, but I'm only saying it because I genuinely want to help you to get ahead of others. I'm not judging you, and I've been there myself, so I completely get it. Back in school, and even when I first started working, I was seen as the smart student. I've got good grades even though I didn't attend a lot of classes in the universities, and even if I attend, I was literally sleeping through the lectures or even playing on my phone. Because of that, I built up this ego. I didn't want to ask questions that made me look dumb. Honestly, it's hard to admit, but deep down, I want people to think that I get good grades effortlessly. When I first started working, and over time, that smart feeling started to fade away. I didn't feel sharp anymore because I wasn't really standing out at work. When I sit meetings, I know there were tons of things that I didn't understand, and then I heard one line that's actually completely changed my view on that, and that is the one who asks, learn. And that's so true. If you don't ask questions, then how are you supposed to learn? Now maybe for you it's not about ego. Maybe you're just shy, but the principle is the same. A lot of people think that I will just read book, I will just watch YouTube videos, I will figure it out myself. Or maybe nowadays some people may even ask ChatGPT. But sure, you can do that, but it may take you an hour, and some information might not be true even you ask ChatGPT. But if you simply ask someone to get the answer, it may just take you 1 to 5 minutes to get it. That means the times that you take to figure it out yourself, for that hour, you can actually learn 60 things just by asking questions. And I get it, you may worry that you will look stupid, or that person you ask might make you feel stupid, and that is what I will do right now. I ask questions in private, and I choose people who are kind and genuinely helpful to answer the questions. Over time, I've actually built the muscles of asking questions, and now it feels completely normal for me to ask questions when I have something that I don't know or I'm confused about. So if there's something that you don't understand, you are confused and you want someone to help you, just find someone who makes you feel comfortable and ask the questions. Most people won't do this. Most people would like to look smart and don't like to ask questions. And that's exactly why you do this will help you get ahead. Have you heard of a book by Ed Miles that is called The Power of One More? It's based on one simple but powerful idea. Do just one more. One more rep, one more hour, one more try. Now, before you click off this video and thinking you have already heard of this, I would like to give you a new perspective that might actually change how you approach your goals. Malcolm Gladwell has popularized the idea of 10,000 hours, which is if you would like to master a skill, you need to have deliberate practice for 10,000 hours. So let us break that down. If you would like to master one skill and you want to practice for 2 hours a day, it takes you around 13.7 years to master that skills. But if you also use the principle of the power of one more, you just add 1 hour. You just add 1 hour practice every single day, which means you're practicing 3 hours a day for that skill. You will get there in 9.1 years. That's 4.6 years shaved off. Just from 1 extra hour a day, it saved you almost 5 years to master the skill. Now imagine this. Instead of reaching your financial freedom at your 40, you are actually reaching that at your 35. You start traveling the world, enjoying sunshine, beaches, food around the world 5 years earlier when you have more energy and while everyone else is still grinding their way. And that kind of impact is just down to 1 extra hour per day. It's just a simple principle, and you have already heard of that. But breaking it down in that way, it lets you see the power of one more. It lets you see that how it can completely change your life. Most people just stop at doing the bare minimum. You hit the target sales, you relax. The coach says do 8 push-ups, you do 8 and stop at there. You finish your to-do list, you shut down your laptop, even if you have more energy to push further. But if you train yourself to go 1% further and doing it consistently, you will go further, get there faster, and have way less competitions along the way. And that's how you get ahead. Getting ahead isn't something big mystery or require you to have some kind of secret sauce. It's just down to doing what most people don't do. And there are 3 simple things you can do it right now. That is actually applying what you have learned, asking questions instead of pretending you know it all, and choosing to just go 1% further and doing it consistently. These things might seem small and simple, but they compound, and over time, these lead to the results that most people never reach in their life. And the best part is you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be intentional. Start with one change, one decision, one extra push, and you will quietly move ahead of everyone else while they're still doing the bare minimum in life. And this is the end of this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!